5, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It will be health to your flesh and strength to your bones. Honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruits of all your increase. So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. Last 2 verses. My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor detest his correction. For whom the Lord loves, he corrects, just as a father the son in whom he delights. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Your heart is bigger than your head. What you can fathom, what you can grasp, what you can see, what you can perceive, what you can connect to from the heart of man is so much more significant than the mind. The mind is not insignificant. The mind is important. But the Bible teaches some very profound things on the place of the heart and the place of the mind. And what happens to small-minded people is they put the mind first.
What do you do when everything around you seems to be falling apart? What is our response to be? Trust God and do good. Not just trust God, not just do good. I mean, there are people out in the world that are doing good things, but they still don't have the package together, right? Because they're not trusting God. And then there are lots of believers who trust God, but they never do anything good. Hello? How many people say, well, I'm trusting God. Well, I'm trusting God. Well, yeah, but what else are you doing? Do you know one of the most powerful things that you can do while you're hurting is to do something good to help somebody else? And that's not, you don't feel like that. It's like, I don't want to do that. I mean, when we're hurting, we want to just shrink and withdraw, and we want everybody to do something for us. But remember, we're going to take God's medicine. Now, this is a prescription for trust. And the doctor is Jesus, and the patient is whosoever. And the instructions here is take as many for as long as you need it. Refills are endless. You can take this thing back and get it refilled any time you want to. Now, there are some side effects that you need to be careful of, and here they are. The side effects are peace, joy, stability, confidence, and just overall better health.
Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it is impossible to please him. Without faith, it is impossible to please him. Now, Christ has already done the work on the cross, but now comes your part. Without faith, you cannot please him. Hebrews 11 has been called God's Hall of Fame. And after this passage, some of the men and women of faith are listed, like Noah and Abraham and Sarah and Isaac and Jacob and Joseph and Moses, and even a prostitute, Rahab, because she too believed in God and proved her faith by her works. Well, you say, what is faith? I've committed all kinds of sins, and I know that I have to have the blood, and now I find out I have to have faith. What is faith? How do I get this faith? Do you know what faith is? I'm not sure I can explain it all to you, but faith is believing and receiving what God has revealed. What God has revealed in this book, what God has revealed in nature, what God has revealed in conscience. And it can be defined as that trust in the God of the Scriptures and in Jesus Christ whom he sent for salvation. Faith is personal trust apart from any works in Jesus Christ.
Make sure you stay exposed to need in such a way that it will become normal for you to lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him. Do not let my understanding, my insight, my revelation be the source of my strength. Let it be in that heartfelt abandonment to the purposes of God.
You know, it's one thing to trust God in the light. It's another thing to trust God in the dark. It's one thing to trust God when you think you got it figured out and you're getting what you want and you can understand what's going on. It's another thing entirely to not get what you asked for, to have no understanding at all of why or what is happening, and still be able to say, God, I trust you. That's the kind of faith we're after. And you know what? That's the kind of faith that the world needs to see. That's the kind of faith the world needs to see. People are looking at us. You put a bumper sticker on your car, people are watching your character. Come on. And they don't want to just see your bumper sticker, they want to see the fruit in your life of what does it really mean to be a Christian.
When that miracle doesn't happen, it actually gives us that power, gives us the grace to endure until the breakthrough comes. It's a huge part of this life. So here we go. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Let everything about you be anchored into who he is, all right? So here it is. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. That word to lean actually means that which supports you. So this pulpit, as I lean on it, if it weren't here, I would fall over. It is supporting me. What he's saying is, don't let your understanding be that which supports you. Now, that's not anti-intellect. That's not anti-understanding. It's just saying, make sure you keep the mystery part of your life always increasing. As your understanding increases, take more risk. As your revelation increases, take more risk.
That you're not invisible. God knows exactly where you're at, and he knows exactly what's going on in your life, and he knows exactly how much you can take and how much you can't take, and he may not be early, but he won't be late. God will deliver you at just the right time. Come on, this day is about hope.
If the mind is first, let me put it this way. If I understand everything that's going on in my Christian life, I can explain where I'm at in life, I understand everything that's happening, then I have reduced God to my size. It's important that I have parts of my life that are buried in mystery. Mystery is as important as is revelation. Now here's the deal. In our quest to know God, in our quest to serve him and illustrate his kingdom, his purposes, we gain understanding. Things that I didn't understand 5 years ago, I understand now. And that's supposed to happen. We're supposed to increase in understanding. But in our progression in the kingdom, we have to always have enough of the stuff that we can't explain and we can't control in our life so that we have reason for trust. There has to be the unexplainable. Interestingly, in Acts chapter 2, where it talks about the outpouring of the Holy Spirit, it says, you will be clothed with power from on high. There's no question as we read through Acts 2 and we see the baptism in the Holy Spirit is for power. But that power serves two purposes. We tend to emphasize only one. The one we emphasize is the need for miracles, the need for a breakthrough.
A little faith in significant substance produces great results. A lot of faith in insufficient substance will produce no results. Because what makes faith faith is the substance to which it is attached. Faith is the assurance of the things the substance hoped for, and it is the evidence of something that your eyes have not yet laid eyes on, but that you know is real. If you want to grow your faith, don't go faith growth hunting. Get a better substance. The surer the substance, the more solid the faith.